Good evening. There is good news and there is bad news on the BC economy tonight, and it's an economics lesson that may have island students learning in a difficult way in the year ahead. Finance Minister Colin Hanson says the provincial economy will grow by almost 3% next year, but the government is still going to have to keep a lid on spending because of thin revenue. And those austerity measures extend to funding for education, even as local school districts brace themselves for deficits and layoffs.
Your description of... After 4 years of relative labor peace, BC teachers are arming themselves for a looming battle over book learning and budgets.
The teachers are doing an excellent job as best they can, but they are struggling to meet the needs of those children.
And the struggle's set to get worse, facing a $19 million budget shortfall. Today, the Vancouver School Board sent letters to teachers with fewer than 5 years seniority, telling them their jobs could be in jeopardy. Could the same thing happen here on Vancouver Island? The Greater Victoria School District is facing a budget crisis of its own, heading into the next school year at least $5 million short.
Well, unless a district is prepared to close schools, it means laying people off, really.
And while teachers are worried about how the budget constraints are going to affect them, the Greater Victoria School District says it's not just people in the classroom whose jobs are on the line. Administrative staff, teachers' assistants, janitors, librarians could all be on the bubble. In order to mitigate this, in order to prevent this, what do you need?
A lot of money.
The provincial government says the math is simple, really. Declining enrollment equals fewer students and fewer dollars.
So it's not surprising that if we have 50,000 fewer students, we would have fewer classrooms and fewer staff.
Both sides say they want to cooperate and share solutions.
We invite the minister and anybody else to come into the schools and have a look at the challenges that our teachers are facing.
I welcome to have a conversation with teachers across the board about anything, that we want to continue to communicate.
But with the Campbell government heading into another year of budget deficits, the opposition New Democrats give the province a failing grade.
I think it's a broken promise. We're not seeing the kinds of dollars going into public education that were promised, and it's up to the government to do that. It's not up to the school trustees, it's up to the provincial government.
None of that making the job of school trustees any easier. They're looking to parents and voters for support.
You know, so often when people are asked what's important to you, public education isn't far enough up on the list, and it needs to be.
News reporter Shachi Curl joins us with more. Shachi, when will we have a better idea of the actual deficit the Greater Victoria District is facing?
In the spring, Hudson, we should have a number in March, although really anything other than zero is not likely to put off the inevitable cuts that are coming. Now, all districts in BC did get a bit of a break when the province announced an HST tax break for schools and hospitals, but it won't come close to finding all the cash trustees say they need. And it's not just Greater Victoria that's facing this situation.
All right. Shachi Curl reporting. Shachi, thank you.
You're welcome.